So the process of starting the Jupyter notebook will be going like that. First, locate that folder. Okay, we are going to open the Jupyter notebook where you have the Jupyter notebook. Okay, I have the Jupyter notebook in my home directory. The home directory is in Windows is something like your own username. Right? In this particular folder, I have my Jupyter notebooks. Okay, in Python for DS. So what I will do simple, I will type cmd on this empty spaces where the directory name is written. So I will write here cmd. This will actually redirect me to a command prompt where I can write Jupyter notebook command that actually will be opening on a browser. Without going to Anaconda Navigator, this is another shortcut you can follow on, because you don't need to open Jupyter notebook, Anaconda Navigator. It might be, taking little more spaces, okay, in the memory. So what I will write, there are two commands, Jupyter notebook is the first command. Second command is with a hyphen. There are two commands. So first, I will go to the first one. If I do enter, you can see it initiated the software. It automatically started the Jupyter notebook in a browser. If you don't want it to be open on this particular Google Chrome, there is a setting. Otherwise, what you can do, you just close it down. Currently, we have the Jupyter notebook running on the CMD. Don't close it. If you close it, the Jupyter notebook can't able to open in that scenario. So what you do, just copy this particular URL, which has actually token, which have actually the token in between that. Just copy it, open your favorite browser you want, paste it, will be there only. If you close the CMD, you'll be losing the Jupyter notebook. So Jupyter notebook is a IDE which actually running on the browser only. So once again, you will need to open the Jupyter notebook, do the same process, but the token what we provided, right? The token when it was running, this token, what you will do, this token will be updated. This token will be not there once again. So let me do the step once again. I was in that. Okay, I have closed the CMD. So I'll do in this empty spaces, I will type CMD. It will open. It will redirect me to command prompt where I will write a command called Jupyter hyphen notebook. The first command was Jupyter space notebook. This is the hyphen one, the same command. This is how we can redirect Jupyter notebook. Simple, right? You understand. Copy it. You see the token is little bit different, Earlier it was 952 CD. Right now we have 80F84. Just copy, paste. You got it right.
Sorry, what is that? Can you repeat?
Where did you miss?
No, why are we getting two different tokens?
Tokens. So token will be updated with every start.
Okay. Got it.
With every initiation of Jupyter notebook will be a new token. Okay. What will happen if you're not giving a token? I will not give a token. I will copy until this. Let me close the browser. Open it once again because the cache is actually there. Pasting is one again. Also, cache is actually loading here. Yeah, see what is happening. So in this browser, the cache is already there, so it is taking the token. When I open it on incognito, it is saying that you don't have a valid token. So you need to type a password or a token. The token you will find on the CMD where the software is being running on. This is the token. You need to copy this, paste here, login. Everyone got it, right?
Yes, Krishna.
Okay.
Hey,
Let me, yeah.
so in the real time, does the Anaconda and all this will be installed on a server or on our local machines?
Obviously on the local machine, I guess, because the Jupyter notebook.
Yeah, it's local machine only.
Okay. So once we save our work on the local machines, the Python scripts, then we deploy them onto the running environments.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Right. So let us continue from our last topic, but we have left out. So we understood how to write a Python command with a print function. Then we understand about indentation, how indentation works, which is like a block, right? After that, we understand how the variables are being stored. What are the variables? How the variables are stored in the memory? They have a ID to locate or address to locate, or they have a type. They have a type to. They have a data type attached to this variable. That's what we have seen. We have seen identifiers. How we can define what are the rules to define the identifier. What are the keywords which is already there in our Python. And we have, yes, we were continuing in the input and output. So we'll continue once again there only. Let me, one. Right. So I'll repeat one second, like input and output operators in Python allow you to, interact with a user or read the data externally from the external sources like CMD or a file. You can give also file. And the result will be displayed on the CMD, the output terminal. That's what we are looking at yesterday. Same way we will also do it today with invoking a input function. So earlier you were using print function to print a statement. So to take a input from the user, you take input function. You can use input function. Same way, let me open my VS Code. I'll show you here, then I will show you on Jupyter Notebook. In VS Code, if I need to add two numbers or multiply two numbers, what I will do? I need two numbers, two dynamic numbers from the user. Correct? Let me take two numbers. Num1 enter the first number colon space. So everybody know, right, why I have written int? Because input function already by default it returns string data type, and the arithmetical operation always happening on our integer, not in our string data type. So that's why I have typecast. I've converted string to integer. That's why. So same way I will go for the second number. Then I will do my arithmetical operation. in the print statement I can able to do. So here I will show you one more technique to print a variable. How can you print a variable? The result to to print a variable or a to print a variable or to print a any numerical data type, we need to add f string. We can use f string here. Before the double quotes, you can use f. Then inside it, you can use curly brackets. Curly brackets give you a power to type your own variable inside them. So let me create a variable of total. What I need to do? I need to do num1 plus num2. What it will do? It will add the two number what is given by the user. First it will take num1, then num2, then it will add two numbers. It will store them on total, and this total what it is written, it is a variable which actually be storing on what will display on the print statement. With the f string, it will give us the power to to place our variable. So yesterday, how we were printing the variable like this, right? Without any curly brackets, we were using like this. So there is a difference, right? With f string, you can use a curly bracket. Within it, you can use your variable. And f string is supposed to tell us a formatted string. Formatted string. You are formatting the string before printing it. Let me comment this one and run the command. So to run this Python code, I will write Python, then the file name demo class.py. Once I click enter, it will ask me the first, what is the first number? Whatever the text you have written inside, right? In this double quotes, it is a string. It will show you that what is the it will show on the terminal only, and it will build link C. So currently the Python program is on run. It is not ended here. It is on run. It is on the first line only. Until and unless you are not giving an input, it will not go forward. If I give an input called 45, enter, it will come to the second line. It will ask me what is the second number. Can you tell me? Yeah, okay. Let me type you 80. Once I do that, the program will go add the number, store in the total variable, a new variable, and print the variable with a certain string statement. Let me do enter. The arithmetical operation is done, and the value is being stored in total, and we got a result. So this is the flow we can do on our VS Code. Same thing we can do on the Jupyter notebook. Let me open. Just copy pasted it. Shift and enter. Okay, to run it, we are typing shift and enter. Just a minute. Yeah, shift and enter. Sorry. Let me restart it.
Restart the kernel. That will solve.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. After placing this, I will run this from here. Yeah. You can see the input here. Whatever the output you are getting here only, you will get the same thing, but in a graphical format. It is a CMD one. It is a Windows own software, and this is the Jupyter Notebook, which is morely graphical. There are more features. Right? Let me do the same thing. 45 enter, 18 enter. We have our result here. This is a part of input. We are getting an input. We are getting out. So what if we have a string? What if we have a string? The same way we can do, right? But don't typecast it because the input are already coming on string variable. Let me take a name here, and we are greeting. Actually, we are doing a greeting. So, like, good morning, whatever the name is. I will copy the name variable inside total, print it, enter the name, enter your name. Enter your name. Once I run it, it will ask me for the name. I will type Shiva, enter. Then it will go to the second line. It will print the good morning Shiva. So I haven't typecast anything, but the default data type. Anybody can ask you what is the default data type in input. You always say this is string because it is a tricky question, because sometime what's happened, they will tell you to take a take an input of two numbers and just add them. Some people, what they will do, they will not typecast the variable. They can directly print here. What will happen? See, if I do the same thing without typecasting, 10 plus 18. See, so those two strings, they will concat. Okay, they will not add each other. They are two strings. So that's why it took the 10, it took the 18, it just concat. If you are running arithmetical operation on string data type, then it will concat. It will not add. So this is the difference of typecasting here and without typecasting. Correct? So let me go further. We'll see what is the comment. We'll see what's the comment. So when we are, yeah.
Can we typecast the variable also?
Can we typecast a variable also?
Yes.
Let me go to this here. So let me type a variable like value r is equal to 100. So what is the type of this variable? Int type. You want to typecast a variable. Definitely we can do. What I can do, I can print type str. This variable I added here. I will check the type. What is the type of this variable after typecasting? Str. Okay. Let me otherwise do one more thing. I'll store them on another variable by typecasting. After typecasting, we have a variable with a single quotes. because we
Got it.
have already converted this int as an integer. But you have restriction. Okay, you can't able to convert a integer to float. So there are certain restrictions we'll understand on our further topic once we get into the data type, right? There is a extensive, I can say, information about those things. Thank you. Comments in Python. So comments is nothing but those are used to add as a note or a explanation within a code, or it can add to ignore a line of code or a statement in Python. So let me explain you in the code only. In the same example, I have already used comment. You have noticed that I have used hash symbol in this particular line of code, and I have used hash symbol to add a node to this Python file. Why I have done that? The first thing I have done this is to skip a statement while running a Python program. If I need to skip a particular line, I don't want to execute the line. I don't want to tell Python interpreter that please don't execute this particular line. I need to skip it. Or other thing is adding a note. We are adding a note that this line is particular line. It is a formatted string. Cool. Same way we can add any line of comments here. So Python will ignore it. It will not give error. Yeah, it might be possible that you are writing the path in the wrong way. Like in between the line, you are adding a note. Okay, it is not valid. If you want to ignore the particular line, you can add hash on the start. Otherwise, if you're adding a note, you can also add a note in between the line of code, like this. Like this. You can ignore a statement, Python statement. You can add your own line. You can use multiple hashes. Okay, you can use multiple hash like this. Any type of hash. Python actually looking for one hash only. If one hash is there on starting of the statement, it will pause it. It will not run. Let me show you example. What I can do is let me comment num2. Let me comment num2. It will raise an error. I will show you how. What happened? I am taking two variables. One variable is for num1, one variable is for num2. But num2 is I have already commented, means I am not taking it from user. Let me show you first one. I commented num2 and why I want to print the total. So see what is happening. Once I run the program, it will ask me for the first line, first num. I have given first num. After this, it will directly go to the execution of this statement. It will not ask me for this particular line of code for the second num. Why? Because I have added a comment. So this is called a Python comment. If I add a hash in the starting of line, it is called comment. It will skip this particular line.
What about the end
Got
of
it?
the line?
Yeah.
End of the line.
End of the line, it will not ignore. It will be something like a node addition,
Note.
or
Note.
if you want to add a explanation of your line of code.
Okay.
Correct? And with this, we are actually already learned single line comment. Single line comment. Single line comment start with a hash symbol and continue until the end of the line. It will only be getting start to end. One particular line it will comment. So that's why it is called one line comment. They are used to brief explanation or annotate on the single line. So in this example, so you can see my screen or should I zoom it?
So
You can see, right? Okay. Yeah. In this particular example, in the first line, it has added a note. So that's why it has it has put a hash on this. If it is not giving hash, see what will be the error. If I'm not giving a hash, I'm writing directly. This is the code for adding to num. Currently, I have added a I have added a hash, so that's why it has been committed. If I remove it, see, it will be directly you are writing certain English language here. So Python will not allow writing those open English language. If he will not understand the particular statement, it will give error. If I run this particular code, you can see it is saying that you have a invalid syntax. Definitely we have, right? If I comment it and run it, our program will execute. Cool. This is a one line comment. You can also comment multiple line at once. How you can do that? That's called multi-line comment. Or we can say a doc string. We can say document string. So I need to write a document on a particular section. I can write a doc string here. So it is also a interview question for beginners. Okay. So what is a multi-line comment? Multi-line comment, also known as a doc string, are enclosed in triple quotes or double triple quotes. We have a single triple quotes and double triple quotes. They are often used to provide documentation for further function, classes, modules. So in this particular example you're looking at, we have a function. This is how function is defined, right? On yesterday class, I have given a glimpse of it. Definition, then his function name, parameters, and this is how the function is. So this particular example, what it is saying that it is the first multi-line comment. We have a single triple quote in the start and single triple quote on the end until you want to comment them. So this is how it is a multi-line comment. And this particular line of code, it is saying it is an explanation for the Python file, what the Python file is doing. And if you are putting a multi-line comment after a function, it is called a doc string. It is called a doc string of that, but it is an explanation of that function. Got it? It is a high level thing. It is a low level thing on inside a function. I'll show you how I can do a multi-line comment. So I have a statement. I'll comment once again this statement. Two numbers. So here I have two line of code to comment. Obviously I can add one more hash. So that is fine. But what if there are thousands line of code or maybe 300, 500 line of code. So I can't give command everywhere, right? So that's why and it is not looking that much good as a readable format. So simple what I can do, I can add multi-line comment. So what I will use triple single code first. 1, 2, 3. So see what Python is looking at. Python is looking at the end of the triple quotes. end of the single triple quote. So until and unless we have not given the end, so I will give the end here. Once I gave it, all the other Python programmers validate. Krishna, can you put this triple quote on the end of the file? Definitely I can, but the program will not execute. Because Python, what command is in Python, command actually ignores the particular statement what we are writing. If I run this Python file, you can see there is no execution, no output, because I have commented all the particular line. Same way, we can use double triple quotes. Let me use that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So in the IDs, right? In the IDs, actually, it is already pre-built installed intelligence. So that's why if you're writing a new comments, right? Like a triple quote, it will already complete the last triple quote. So you can write anything in between. Like that. But this is not with, I think, Jupyter. It's not pre-built. It is pre-built. Okay. So there is new feature added. Earlier it was not. So if you're writing triple quotes here, it will complete the end of it. You can write anything. Got it? Yeah. Okay. So this is how those comments works in Python.
I think in Jupyter Notebook, it is taking it as a string.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. In Jupyter Notebook, you can add a hash. Or I can take, wait a minute, let me try. Yeah, it is taking as a string. To comment them, what you can use is, you can hold them off. You can use control and slash. What it will do, it will comment and uncomment multiple lines at a time. I'll write it. Control plus hash. Let me also comment. If you select those particular line, control slash, like this, it will comment, uncomment in a bit. Same here. In every ID, it will work. Got it? Yeah. Fine. So we will start with operators. Just a minute. Cool. So what are operators? We have already interact with operators. Where? In this addition function. In the addition program. So we are adding two numbers, right? We were adding two numbers with a operator. Which one is the operator? Plus. This plus sign is an operator. Which operator? Arithmetical operator. Which actually perform basic mathematical operation. This is called a arithmetical operation, which have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Got it? So this is called a operators. Where let me start with other one. Yes. Yeah. Operators in general are used to perform operation on values and the variables. Correct? That's what we were doing. We have two variables, num1 and num2. We were performing a operation. Which operation? Addition. We are performing addition operation. The same thing he was talking about. So these are the standard symbol used for the purpose of logical and arithmetical operation. In this particular slide, we'll understand that. And we have two types of uh, characters. Like one is operator, one is operand. What is the operators? Operators are the symbol. Okay, the plus, minus, multiplication, division. Those are the operators. Who are the operands? Where the operation is, which values or variables the operation are being performing. Let me show you. If you are doing a plus, just a minute. If you are doing a plus b, if you are doing a plus b, which is the operator? This plus sign is a operator. Okay, whose two are the operand? Where the addition operation is being performed. So a and b are the operand. But it is a basic math, nothing else. So yeah, to show you, this is the thing what we can go on. Got it. So there are how many type of operators in Python? We have first arithmetical operation, then we have comparison operation. So yesterday someone was asking why we are using equal to, right? So that is a comparison operator. Logical operator. Logic means we and or not. Like if two of the variable having a value 1, then it will be a logically and. Got it? That's a logical operator. This is the assignment operator. Assignment operator we have already seen, right? This is the assignment operator. We are assigning a value to a variable. Is equal to is the assignment operator. And there are other type of operator called special operator. We'll look at it today only. Yeah. Let me start with the arithmetical operation. Cool. In arithmetical operation, we are just performing the basic operation in Python. In the mathematics, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. But you can see little more uh, on this. What are they? You can find modulo operator. What is a modulo operator? Modulo operator, it will find out the remainder of the division you are doing. Okay, what is the what is the remainder? Floor division. Floor division will, what it will do? It will remove the dot point. Okay, it will remove the dot. We'll see the example. And in exponential, it will already do a power of the number you have given there. So you can see the why those we are using Python. This is very capable of doing a mathematical operation, scientific mathematical operation, where the data science people or machine learning people are really fond of this Python language for this only. Correct. So we'll see some example of those operations. Correct. Very good. Yes. So here we were understanding to do a basic operation in Python. So we can start with taking a variable called num1 equal to 45, num2 equal to 80. If you want to do a arithmetical operation, what we can do? We can type a print statement, and I can use the formatted string here. Num2. Let me add a formatted string f, then column, open curly bracket, close curly bracket. Inside them, I will do a operation plus num2. You can see the result, right? So we are adding up two variables which have actually values already hard coded. The same way I will do another part of basic operation. Okay, subtraction. You can try by your own also. It's very simple. Okay, you will ask me, Arey Krishna, this why you are using print statement? Why you are not using directly on this number? In a particular cell, if you are using multiple print statement, or if you want to do a multiple print statement, here you can use this print. If I do a plus b here, see what is happening. Wait a minute, not a plus b, num plus num2. In a single cell, it will give you output. If we have multiple statement which actually prints it, it will not print that value. See, it will print the last one. So if we have multiple line of execution, then we can use a print here. So it will show two line of code. Correct? Yeah. Okay. Same way, let me write for multiplication, division. So those are the operators. Multiplication. For this, we are using star. We are using star. Let me give a spaces. That's how you can actually see them. Okay. Division. For division, we are using slash. We are using slash. Yeah. Modulo operator. Modulo operators is we can use percentage symbol. Floor division operator. For floor division, we are using double slash. Okay, because we want to remove the dot of any numbers after dot, and we actually clear the dot. In Python, in the new Python, it actually converts the data types, the integer, the float data type to integer data type. Once we are doing slash slash, right? Once we are doing a division operator, we'll definitely got a point, right? A floating point. That is another data type we have. But in the float, it will convert the floating point to integer. I will show you the example. And the last one is for exponential. Okay. For exponential, we are using double star. Cool. Let me run this. Yeah, let me take a simple variable. This is for addition, first one. This is for subtraction we are doing. Okay, 10 minus 5. We are doing a multiplication. We are doing a division. This is a new data type you are looking at. So currently you have already understood what is the integer data type, what is a string data type, Now we'll understand what is a floating point data type. Floating. So where we have a dot product, dot in a numerical. Cool. Yeah. With the modulo we have 0 because it is divisible. So we are getting a remainder of 0. For float division, you can see once in the multiplication we are getting a floating point value. But once we do a float division, we remove the dot. Okay, we are having a only integer value. Sometimes this is actually used also for removing the dot. Okay, we are using a float division. Yeah, this is the exponential for 10 to the power 5. This written like that. 10 to the power 5. We have 50. Correct. So this is an arithmetical operation example. You can see. So those are the examples. So yeah. Okay. So there is one more information that actually I have already shown you for the float division. We can convert those floating point to integer, right? With a float division, right? And there is two more things that I can show you, that if you are using a operator arithmetical operation on string, what is happening? We can use a plus or into operation for string type also. If we want to use a plus operator for string type, then it is compulsory to use that both of the operands should be a string. Both the operands should be string. But what will happen? If you are not doing that same, it will give error. If I perform, I'm adding the node because I'll be giving this node, right? I'll be adding this node. Perform plus operation on. So let me type a string. Good. That is plus I can add multiple plus. I can do that, right? Same way I can add. Here I am doing a 2-digit multiplication. I can use multiple digits, right? Num3. Same way. But I need to use a different variable. Okay. Yes. Same way, I'm using morning. Good morning. The rule actually says, when you're doing a plus operation on a string, you always need to use the two operand as a string only. If you're not doing that, if you're adding a integer or a floating point value, see what is happening. It will give a error. If I do the same for floating point dot 20 dot 25 or so, it will directly say you can't contact a string to an integer. But you say, Krishna, you have shown a example of typecasting. Can we do that? Yeah, definitely. If you want, do a typecasting on the integer you have on the concurrent on this particular arithmetical operation. But how can I do that? I can use str function. With inside the str function, I need to pass the operand. Will it give an error? Will it? No, because we have both strings as an operand. Got it? We need to typecast. If we are adding a two string, then we need to typecast. Cool. Yeah. This is for plus operation. Let me show you the multiplication. So this is the arithmetical operation which actually also works on string. That example I am showing. So I have a example called what I can use, 2 star 5. So I have a string, I have a integer called 3. What will happen if I run it? See, it is actually multiplying the string 3 times. What is it doing? It is multiplying the string 3 times. Okay, I will do it elsewhere. Okay, 2 times. I'll do 2 times. What it is doing? It's multiplying the string 2 times. If you do the same thing on 2 string data type, what will happen? See how the combination is working here. You need to actually remember it. If we are using 2 strings for a multiplication, it is giving a error. We can't do that. If we are using 1 string, 1 integer value, it is multiplying. If you are using a addition operation for 2 string, it will work. But if you are using string plus integer, it will not work. So this is the combination. This is the exception of the operator, because operator, you have the operator in Python, you can use on any data types. You can use on integer data type, you can use on string data type, you can use on float data type. Every data type you can use because they are free to use as a Python developer. But the thing is, there are some exceptions that you need to understand, that if you are using this arithmetical operation on such string or such integer data type, what is the exception you will get? So while writing the program, you will definitely come across those particular scenarios. So there you will understand, okay, if I do a multiplication on 2 string, it will give a error. If we do a multiplication on 1 integer 1 string, it will multiply it. If I give a space here, see, it will be something like space also be there here and here. Understood? Any questions? We'll move to the next part after this for the relation comparison operator. Fine. So the relation operator are actually also known as comparison operator, because they have we are actually finding out the relation in between the operands, in between the 2 operands. So we have a operator for that, for checking that comparison. The exception here is we have 2 kind of output. We have 2 kind of output in this particular operator. We have a Boolean. One is we have a Boolean data type, which is actually called as true or false. So in the arithmetical operation, you are getting the output as a numerical or maybe a floating point. But when you use a relational operator or a comparison operator, definitely you will get your output in a Boolean data type. So what is a Boolean data type? We have true, we have false. Let me show you. Let me type it down, all the data types we have already learned till now. We have learned integer data type, which is nothing but like this. Same way, we have learned string data type, which is nothing with a single quote or with a double quotes. both are valid. Or if you can use triple quote also, it is valid. No issue. No issue. But those are the specific, there are little specific way that you need to use there. We'll study more about this triple quote, double quotes in the string data type, how we can combine them, combinedly use them. Third, you have learned floating points, float data type. Okay, I can say float data type, which is coming with a points. Which have a dot. Got it? Next, we are currently going to learn Boolean. Don't worry, we'll explain more about it. We'll go dive into those data types because it is really important. I can say the heartbeat of Python language starts on the data types only. Because all the operators, operand we are going to learn, it is on this data types only. So on Boolean, we are going to learn two data types. One is true, one is false. And you'll ask me, Hare Krishna, why the T is capital and F is capital? Why not small? I'll say you, simply I can say you, so those are the keywords. So yesterday we have gone through keywords, right? So there you will find the true and false as a keyword. Let me go back and show you. In the keywords topic, did you find true and false anywhere? Yeah, I found it. True and false are the keyword in Python. Don't be confused why the T is capital, why the F is capital. Always use, because Python have already defined this as in Boolean data type values, true and false. Got it? So in the current of in this arithmetical operation, we have seen float and integer, and also we have seen the string data types. But in the comparison operator or relational operator, we'll see the Boolean one. The output actually coming on the Boolean one. Yeah. So there are how many types of comparison operators? One is double equal to. One is double equal to. One is not equal to. We are comparing that. Are they not equal to with the both operands? Yeah. And it will you need to understand, it will always be performing with two operands only at the same time. Okay, you can group them like you are doing on bottom up, but when this operator is being used, it is compared with the two operands only. We'll see the example. We have already gone through equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to. Let us start seeing the example on greater than. Okay, let's start with the greater than and less than. I have not written operator. The first one is greater than, less than. So what we are doing, we are comparing if the two operands are greater than each other or less than each other. So let me take a value, a variable called num1 equal to 45, num2 equal to 18. So I need to compare the with the help of the comparison operator, I need to compare the two numbers or two variables. How can I do that? First, we can type a. Let me take a second cell. I've already loaded the cell because those variables are preloaded right now. Okay, if you print them, it will print the value. So let me compare that with the greater than symbol. I've written a value. If I type greater than to num2 and get then one more variable here. Okay, this is the first is operator. The two are operand. If I'm running if I running the cell, it will give me output in true or false. So currently we got a false because 18 is not greater than 45. So it is a false value. Same thing I will do with the less than. What the answer will be? True. Because obviously 18 is less than 45. That's why we are getting a true value. So here what you understand that the output are having a two option thing. Two options. True or false. Simple. And we can store them in a value and we can use them. Another thing like I can store them in a variable. Okay. If I see what is the type of this, it is called boolean. This one. Cool. This is for greater than and less than. You can try as many example you can by trying out. Okay, for now we can go ahead with next type, which actually is equal to. So with the equal to operator, which actually also return a true or a false value, if they are actually containing the same values, if the two variable contain the same value, then actually it is saying that they are true. Let me show you how. Same example, same variable I can take. If I do num1 equal to num2, will be they equal? No, right? Definitely no, because they have a different numerical values. If I do them similar, what will be the output? What will be the output? If I run them, they have two values. It is actually checking if the operand on the left or the variable on the left is have a equal value to the right. This is actually comparing them. Once the this operator thing is coming in your mind, right? There is a trick you always need to play it. What you can do, once there is a comparison, it is a simple comparison, but once you are going ahead with the Python program writing, Python code writing, you will find many different scenarios where you will be confused that what is being added where. So always in your mind, once you're going through the code, always replace the replace the variable technique. How you can do that? Once you're comparing, right? Always think about that once it is assigned, when the variable is assigned, it actually have the capacity or the value inside them. Always compare that. Once the comparison is happening, always replace the variable from its value in your mind. I'm doing it on the cell, but you can do it on your mind. Is 18 is equal to 80? It is true. Okay, this is small trick. You can follow through, because you can, in a particular line, you can use multiple operators that you can do. We can learn them on the conditional statement. Okay, with if you will be little bit confused there. That's why little bit tricks you can use. Yeah, this is for equal to, not equal to. Okay, reverse of that, reverse. If we use this particular these two examples with a not equal to, see what is happening. Right now we are comparing that they should not be equal. See, the two variables should not be equal. If I run it, it will say false. Why? Because the two variable contain the same value. The two variable contain the same value. You can see 18, 18. Correct? So this is how you can use the not equal to. So yesterday we have gone through example, right? A if condition. So here we were actually using equal to equal. So what we are doing, we are comparing. We are running a comparison operation, that if the 11 is equal to 10, then only go inside this particular block, print it. Unless don't. So this is how it is being used on this conditional statement. Got it? Correct. Let me go further. Yeah. Greater than equal to and less than equal to.
Krishna,
Yes.
can you perform these condition operators for the strings? Can you please do that?
Correct. We can do that. Yeah. Same way how we were using with the integer, right? We can perform with the string. Python equal to Python. It is actually checking the value. It is checking the value. If one certain character is different, it will not allow. It will not allow. The same way we can use the not equal to. If they have a difference in the value, then we can return the same. But the output will be always be come between true and false only. There will be not any other certain output. Like if you have a coin, you have two results, right? Head and tail. There is nothing something like a solo movie. It will be on the middle. No, there will be always be true or false.
Does it take special characters in the string or no?
You can take definitely inside this double quote, right? You are free to use anything. You are free to use numbers. You can use special characters, whatever you like. It will not give error. Inside this thing, everything is valid. Every character which is in the world is there. But obviously, it will be having a non-comparison. Got it? Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah. Any more questions? You guys can try on those. I will give you the slide. You can try on multiple example. You can try. You can let me know that how you are being able to go through different example. But yeah, greater than equal to, less than equal to. Same thing, but little bit different from the greater than, less than. Here we are comparing if by any chance, if it is not equal to, is it the equal to or not? So what we are doing, we are combining greater than equal to and the equal to operator here in this particular case. Okay. Let me show you. If we have two variables, one. I'm giving the example with same one. Don't try with the same one. Okay, you can use your own variables by assigning them. Greater than, equal to. Keep them in the same distance. Don't make it a spaces or something. Greater than, equal to. So obviously we have a similar value, right? 45. Sorry, the num1 is greater than 18. So the first one will work. The first greater than operator will work. You can see there's a combination of two operators, right? What I will do a 18. I will do a 18. So what will happen? See, it is true. If I do it on this operator, what is the result? Because they both are similar, so it can't able to differentiate that it is true or false. But in greater than equal to, we have two different operators combined in a single operator. See, if I do the same thing on equal to, it will give a true result. The same result you are getting here. Understand, right? Why those two operators are being combined in a one, and they are giving the result of the same. Same as the less than equal to, less than equal to. They both are similar. That's why the answer is true. If I make it like it is less than, then I can make it 45. It is true. So 18 is less than 45. It is true. Correct. Got it. What actually this operator means, greater than equal to, less than equal. Fine. So let us move ahead. So you can try with multiple. You can try with multiple data types also. Okay. With floating point, you can try. So till now we understood, I think, two types of arithmetical operation. One is called operators. One is called arithmetical operation, which is actually plus, minus, into, divide, the basic math. Second one is for comparison, where we were used equal to, not equal to, greater than equal to, less than equal to. So on your Python program, you're going to write ahead. So those are really important operators you'll use in your day-to-day life. Third is a logical operator. Logical operator. Yeah.
Krishna, can we give different data types on the for number one and number two? Like one is string and one is the integer and one is float. Can it compare?
Yes, we can try on. So here actually there is a different sense. Okay, there is a different sense of thing that once you are doing. Yes, so sometimes when we get a string, comparison or this thing, it should be told that the comparison should be with the same data types. Same data types. If we have a integer data type on the left and if we have a string data type on the right, the comparison is not happening. So you should be having the same data type on the left also. On the two-way, it should be the same data type. If you're doing a comparison here, it will do the same. Because greater than here, it will not work. Less equal to is being work. Cool.
String.
Okay. Yeah. So third type we will go through is the logical operators, which actually is combining and or not. Okay. So let me go ahead. So the logical operator are known as the assignment of expression to make decision. Okay, typically used in logical operator. Okay. So here simple we can see that we have a and or a not. So those three are the types of the logical operator, which is actually doing nothing but it is actually comparing the two different operands. Here it is what is written. The condition will also be true if the operand is true. In the end, in the end operator, if the two operands are true, then the condition will be true. If the two operands A and B are same, then the A and B must both be true. So if I see example, law, third, operator. We have here and or not. So you maybe ask me, Array, where those and not and or are the operators? Those are the Python values, right? So those are the Python. Those are the English language values. How can be the operators? I already told whatever the English language you are looking into in Python, which is not the user definition, it is a keyword. Once you go back to the keyword section, you'll find those keyword also. And or not. Got it? So those are the reserved word already included in Python. So we don't need to explicitly understand this. It is already added. Only we are invoking them. Got it? Yeah. So in the and or and not, what is happening, I will show you. In the end, the two conditions, the two operands or the two variables need to be true. Then only the output will be true. If I say val1 is true, val2 is true. Val1 and val2 both are true. So in the end operation, the output will be true. If one of them are false, then if one of the value is false, then the output will be false. We'll see example. So where the operator is being used in the middle of two operands. In the middle of two operands. I have used one variable, other variable. In between them, I have added and. If I run that, as because the first value is true, the second value is true, that's why the output is true. If one of them are false, if I take example, one of the both are false, the output will be false. In this condition, actually, it is trying to compare it the same way. Okay, it is trying to compare that if the value, if the operators or the values, operand have a true value or not, unless and until it will not go. So in the condition, in the conditional statement, that the if else, it is really important to understand this logical operator, because 90% of time this logical operator is being used on conditional statement, if else in that condition. To understand for the end what is happening, the both conditions should be true, otherwise it will be false. It is not in the case of OR. In the OR, it is little bit different. In OR, one condition can be true, it gives it true. If I make it one condition as false, it is reverse of AND. Here I can use a operator OR. If one of the variable value is true, then it will return true. It will not. It will do a comparison between the two operators, operands. Then it will give the output. Same case, if I make both false, what is the output? The output will be false, because it didn't find one true, right? It didn't find any one value true. Any confusion on these two operators, guys?
No, okay. Yeah, good.
Got it. Okay. The last operator for this logical is not. Is not. It's something like it actually reverse down the operator value. Something like if an operand A is true, then if you are adding none, not A, it will be false. It actually, reverse, or I can say transpose the particular value. And it can be used with a single operand also. You don't need to use two of them. It can be used with a single one. I can show you. Not. If we have not, in the value we have false, but once we are using not, the value is changing. You can see, right? The value is changing. So I can take a example here for your for your preference. I can use a string for the example. What I can do, example that ink is running is equal to false, where we have different statements like what I can do. If we are using not here, if you are using not in this particular value, in the variable, it will give it true, because not will always transpose your variable. It will convert to the other type. If it is true, it will be false. If it is false, it will make it true. This is how this logical operator works. So you will ask me, Krishna, can we use multiple operators at the same time? That what we have learned. Like we have learned arithmetical operations, logical operators. Okay, can we combine them? Yes, definitely we can do. In Python, everything is initially possible. Combining output return. Let me take few variables like just a minute. Yeah. Let me take a few variables like 10, maybe 20, maybe one more. Okay, take it 10, whatever. Let me take a variable which will actually have those output inside them. So I will write a comparison operator for A greater than is equal to B. So what is the answer? We already know. If I print the answer, it will be false, right? A is not equal to B. Can I add multiple operators here? Yeah, definitely we can. For that, we can use. Let me try once again. To use one operator. Yeah. So here you can see I have used multiple operators like 1, 2, 3 or multiple operands here. For this, I need to use parentheses because I need to, with the BODMAS rule, I need to make them segregated on a grouping. Got it? So here what I am doing, firstly, I will calculate this. Then I will calculate the right one. After this, all will be calculated with the OR one. Got it? See what is the output? True. How is the true? A greater than B. A greater than B. Is it true or false?
False.
False, right? Yeah. Or B greater than C. B is greater than C. It is true. So what is the output? In the OR, you have just understood. If one of the operands or the value of the variable are true, then we got a output as a true. In the same scenario, if I have used AND, what is the output? You guys can tell me.
False.
False. Got it? Why? Why false?
Because both has to true.
Correct. Both has to be true. In this scenario, I'll type one. In this scenario, can anybody say what is the output? Oh, sorry. In this scenario, anybody can say what is the output?
True.
True, true.
True. Can you explain why?
So both conditions
Both are
true.
true. Correct. You understood right now. So those are the simple things. Going ahead, you will be utilizing them. Correct.
Krishna,
So those are the basics. Yeah.
what is the use case for real-time scenario for the not operator?
What is the use case of not operators?
I mean like not condition. Where
Not
it is reversing the result, right?
we have never seen the result. Where?
No, I'm not saying that. Can you go back to can you scroll down and go to not of value one or something? So what is a
Yes,
real-time
sir.
scenario? Have you faced anywhere like to use this kind of not?
Every time I use not. Every time. Whenever you have scenario where you need to make it you need to verify a empty data types. Okay, see, if I give you example, real time example, I should say, I can take one more data types. Don't be frightened about it. It is called list data type, and it is an empty list. Okay, you can say array. If you have learned C++ and those Java, you can see it is an array. If the array is empty, so what is the value? What is the value? See, what is the value? If the array is, see, wait a minute. Let me type the real-time scenario. If not val1, then print the data is empty. You got the use case right currently? Hello?
Yes, yes.
This is a simple use case. If anything you need to observe, like a empty string, okay, you can use a empty string also, right? Without using a list. See, if there is an empty list, if I use a not, it will be true. The condition what we are checking is if the variable is not true. So here it will go inside the particular string because the if statement is ended with a true value. That's why. This is the real time use case we everyday use. Like I said.
Okay, so whenever you do not get a value for such for particular fields, and
For particular field. Yeah.
anything like you will try to hard code that value with something else. You're saying. Assign that.
I need to hard code this value with something else, you say.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can use the name, it will be false. Then if I use the got it.
Yes.
You yourself can understand by looking into the Python code. Okay.
Okay.
Keep looking into Python code. Once a baby is born, he can't able to talk. Why? Because he have not didn't generate any vocal capacity to speak. But once he started learning, right? Once he started listening, he can able to speak eventually. So same way, while learning a new language or new skill, right? So here you can't able to listen the code. You need to see the code. By looking into the code, you can decode the statement. With the if condition, it is actually checking. If the value is true, then only it will go inside the statement. So here what you are doing, you are validating. Hello? Yeah.
Yes.
We can hear you. Krishna, we can hear you now.
Okay.
We lost you.
So in this particular scenario, you need to observe Python code. So in your free time, when you are looking into some courses and all, just go into Google, type any Python code, just ask for Python code. In ChatGPT, ask for Python code. Just trying to debug. Once we are going ahead, right, just do that. We'll automatically learn Python. Because by looking into them, it will set in your mind what is happening, Krishna, can you tell me? Yeah, definitely, I'll explain each and every statement there in Python code. Got it? It's really simple language, easiest language ever learned is existed in the world, I guess. Okay, cool. So here is a task also. I'll give you, I'll not do everything by myself. You guys need to also do your task. I'll give you a task that all of the operators you have learned. I'll give you the notes today. So after giving you the notes, give me each example for those operators. Everyone who is ever in the class currently present. So I need notes. just share the notes with I think on the personal WhatsApp. You can. I will give you the mail ID. Just share it. Okay. How many students? 10 students are there, so you guys can do the thing. Because without doing the thing, you can't able to learn. Right? Without writing Python code, you can't learn Python. So that's what. Cool. So yeah. Yeah. Assignment operator. What is the assignment operator? So we have already seen in our other example that we are performing some assigning some values to the variable, but there are different kind of assignment operator you can see on the screen. So we have already gone through one, but there are different. So you can see the arithmetical operators are actually combined on this assignment operators. See, the first one is plus equal to. What is plus equal to? I have already seen equal to. What is plus equal to? What is minus equal to? What are those? Why the basic, why the arithmetical operator actually are being combined with the assignment operator? Why? Because they are making your life easier. They are making your life easier by having in this place. Once we see the example, we'll understand more why they are here. First assignment operator we already know. Once we are in a variable where we are making a value assigned, this is called assignment operator. Once you print the statement, the value will be printed. If you are not assigning any value to a variable, it will give you error that this is not defined. So also you guys need to be also familiar with this type of error, because error is the one which makes a developer more wiser. You need to, once you understand the error, right, you'll definitely go to that particular line of statement. You can fix the code. So don't fear with the error. Just be welcoming the error while you are learning this. So what is how can I fix? I can just assign a value to this particular variable. Once I did that, the same variable will not give any error. This is the assignment operator. Combination of different arithmetic operation to equal to makes your life easier. Easier.
Sure.
Why? Let me tell you.
Previous example, right? We have given a double quote Python, but printed in single quote.
So this is the default output what Python is giving. If you give triple quotes also, the Python will give a single quotes. If I am giving triple quotes, this is the output format of Python. You can't do anything.
Okay.
Yeah. Good question. Good
Just to
observation
add
you are doing here.
Yeah, just to add the point here, Python is actually trying to save the space. Okay, so double quotes and triple double quotes will take more space, and single quote, double quotes, or triple double quotes all are same in Python point of view. So finally, it will save in a single quotes only. You give it in double quotes, you give it in triple double quotes, or you give it in triple single quotes, you give it whatever the way you want. Finally, it will save it in a single quotes only to save the space, memory.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Thank you, Shiva, for this. So here we'll understand why this particular arithmetical operators are being in the place. What they are doing actually. Let me take this as a comment here. What it is doing, adding the right side operand with the left side operand, and then assign them on the left side of it. So there are three particular steps. It is happening in a single line. What is happening? Let me divide them. Then we'll learn what is that. So let me get one variable. No. Let me print a variable first. So what is the what's the value of this is really no. What's the value of num? 10, right? So first thing we'll do, we'll add num we'll add a num plus equal to 1. In this particular line of code, we are doing three things. What we are doing? We are adding the right side operand with the left side operand. What is the left side operand? Left side operand is 10. It is already have a value called 10. So how it will be looking like, it will be looking like something num equal to num plus 1. Logically like this, right? We are adding the right side operand, which is 1, to the left side operand, which is num, and num contains 10. Then we are assigning all the value what is being added on this particular operation on the left operand, which is a variable num. So after this operation, what num will contain? Anybody, what num will contain? 11. Correct. Same thing you do with other operands. Nothing else. We are just removing one particular line of code here. So rather than writing like this, like num equal to num plus 1, we are replacing by a single line of code. We are just cutting down the page. Plus equal to, we are replacing this particular line of code with this line. Simple. Got it? I can do yeah, please. What do you think?
Can you explain again what is that add and as?
Sure, why not? So there are three operations what is happening on this particular line of code. What we are doing, we are basically writing this particular line of code here. Num is equal to num plus 1. So we are adding what's the value of num to the right hand side of operand, which is 1, right? This is the right side of operand 1. See, it is written add right side operand with the left side operand. What is the right side operand? 1. What is the left side operand? Num. It is adding right side operand to left side operand, then assigns the value to the left side, to the num itself. So you can say it is incrementing. So with plus 1, it is incrementing by 1. If I add plus 2, it will increment by 2. It is adding up and saving the value to the same variable. Without writing this particular line of code, I can write this. Both can do the same thing.
So if plus is not there, then num plus num equal to 1 means it will give an error. Num
equal to 1 means it is assignment operator. We are assigning the value to the variable. Simple. Okay, let me give you an example here. Don't worry. If I am doing num is equal to 100, what will happen? It will
And
simply store this value to the variable inside the memory. So once again, if you call num, it will be 100. Simple.
Yeah.
Once you are using plus equal to, what is the scenario we are going through? We are simply doing this execution. Num equal to num plus 1. So I want to add one more value to this number. Like, okay, somebody asked you, Chandu, can you add 1 to this variable? Which is the variable? Num, right? I have num as a variable, as a variable. If I need to add 1, what I can do? Num plus 1. Okay, Chandu, can you do one more thing? What's the value? Num plus 1 is equal to 101. But the previous num value will be same, right? 100. It is not incremented because I am just printing the value to the screen. Somebody say, Chandu, can you save the output in the variable, in the same variable we have added? Yeah, you can say simply, yes, I can do that. I can do an assignment operator. I can add like this.
so in that
So
case,
after
the
doing
number,
it,
the
Ah.
variable will be 101.
right.
Okay.
So we are using plus equal to 1 to replace this tedious operation. The same thing if you use here, it will do the same line of execution. Num plus equal to 1, it will do the same thing. It will increment. If I print the statement once again, it will be 1, not 2.
The variable will be changed.
Reassigned.
Yes.
The variable will be reassigned. Any more confusion?
No, clear.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Keep asking question. It's actually, clear other people doubt who are actually not asking. Okay. So we are actually in end of this session. So tomorrow I will check. So in the next class, we'll start data types. Prior to that, I will also finish one last operator, which is actually a special operator called identity operator and member operator. It is really simple. Don't need to worry about much. So prior to this, it is your duty to complete a single example, single or double, whatever you like. As many example you can do on those 4 operators. This will actually clear your own doubt.
Krishna, can you go to the assignment operators?
Yeah.
Okay. Plus equal we discussed. Minus equal to same, right? Whatever.
Minus equal to, it will do a minus operation.
Okay.
It will do a minus operation. What's the value of num? 1 not 2. If I use minus, what will the value?
100.
100.
101.
1 not 1. If you do multiplication, what is the value of num? 1 not 1. If I do a multiplication on 11, what is the value? It will multiply and add them in the same value.
So we will try all those.
Yes. I'll give you the notes. On the notes, every information will be there. Try by your own. I'll give you this particular notebook and you can load them. So you guys know how to load the Jupyter notebook here, right? What I'm giving on WhatsApp. Let me show you how you can load. See, as I am in a particular directory, right? In the home directory, copy your folder to that directory, or you can open the Jupyter notebook in that particular directory where the Jupyter notebook is there. You can do the same thing. Like I have a Jupyter notebook in Python for DS. See what I can do right now. I have Jupyter notebook called IPYNB here. What I can do, I can close this particular Jupyter notebook. Where it is in the home, I think. Okay, it is in the user directory, frontend, and inside the frontend directory, I have a Python for DS. Keep everything in one place. Okay, don't make it randomized everywhere. You have a Jupyter notebook. What will happen in every CMD you will open? There will be a Jupyter notebook you can open there. So don't do it. Make it one place. You can find a Jupyter notebook. The right CMD here, like Jupyter notebook. Enter. You find the Jupyter notebook. IPYNB. Just open it. All will be there. So this is the process you can follow, or any other process you are following. That is also good. Yeah, guys. So